Coming straight out of Ecamm. This is a jam with the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam. This is a jam with the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam. This is a jam with the Ecamm fam. It's a jam with the Ecamm fam. This is a jam with the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam.
Hold it, stop the music!
Ladies and gentlemen.
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 Can I please have your attention?
Now showtime, are you ready? Are you ready for start time?
Let's find out. Ready, let's go.
You guys don't know how funny this is. I was setting stuff up over here because my personal account is logged into Ecamm, and then I just had this epiphany. Oh, I need to log into my Ecamm account with Zoom on Ecamm. Turns out you can do that. You can actually switch back and forth. And when I was logging in, I'm getting messages from Paul and Luis like, "Oh, we can't get into Zoom. It says we're still waiting." And I was like, yeah, so wait then. Paul is, you guys can't see Paul's face right now. Oh, it's so good. Hold on, let me put things back to normal real quick. So here, I'll show you what I'm doing just so you can see. All right, in the live demo, we're going to talk about some things. I need to have this open. I need to have my overlays open. You can or cannot keep those open. I need my camera effects open. And my comments, so I can see what y'all are doing. And yeah, this is normally how I set things up. Look, there's even a cool little zoom window button now. Bing, 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 bing. And then so now, once I get it all there, I just have to rearrange it because I don't like mess. And then I just go like this. And then it sorts it the way I like it. And then, why'd you move zoom over there? I don't think I took a picture of that. Anyway, let me put this back. So yeah, what you do is once you have your windows arranged, if you use an app like Moom, you can make it as pretty as you like it. I tend to do it like such, and in which case I will update Moom right now and go to Moom. Where's my window? Where'd it go? Oh man! Anyway, so we're going to get into doing this live demo situation here. And I just want to make sure that everybody is everybody and everybody is good. So if you have any questions, you can do such things. You know what, Matt? I know you use this too. Do you know, I never looked into this until just now. Do you know if there is a shortcut key to resave or update a is there a shortcut key to update, man, why can't I speak English? Okay, so I have a layout that says Ecamm and say I want to update it. Do I have a shortcut key to do that? That would be cool. Because sometimes I make changes in my brain and then I want to update it and then I have to go back and figure out where it is. And so that becomes a pain in the butt. Because I know you can update screenshots, but it'd be dope if I could do that with the special thing. Here is Ecamm Live update screenshot. Bam, got it. Yes. Yes, replace. I'm gonna do one more. I like to keep it separated. Hey, hey. Yeah, no, I don't. I don't do that. I just update the old one. So if you're wondering what myself and Mr. Matt are talking about, so this is Moom, right? And so here's my custom layouts. And down here on the bottom, I have one that says Ecamm Live Beta with Google Chrome and Lightroom Classic. And then if you ever, like, say I want, okay, I'll show you something. If I move this over here and move this over here and I move this over here, that's a mess. And we don't like that. So we press Moom and I go down to this and it just boink, puts it all back where it came from. And if I decided I want the camera switcher to be like in a different location, like say at the bottom down here, what I would do in Moom is hit settings, scroll down to the last one and say update the snapshot, and then say replace. And then now, if I move this over here and then hit the bottom one, boink, it'll put it at the bottom. You see what I'm saying? But if I hit the one right above it, it'll put it back at, oh my God, so good, so good. People are like, anyway, people have problems. People have problems, normally of their own. Yeah, I just do the use and replace. It'd be cool if I had a keyboard shortcut. Anyway, ask questions about Ecamm. Don't ask me questions about Moom. We are going to get in here. We're going to do us a live demo situation. And boom. All right, so yeah. There's Moom, there's Magnet, there's Magic Window. There's like 7 of them. I've just been using Moom forever. So, bam. Yeah, that rarely happens, Tora, but when it happens as a hyper, like, neat, look at my icons on my desktop. There is none because I don't, it's clean. I keep it clean, though. They 13s, but I keep them clean, though. I don't like crap all over my desk. So I've been using Moom for many years. But yeah, that's boom. Pre-building scenes and saving them, is this possible? Yes, let's do it right now. All right, cool. So we're going to pre-build this scene. And I currently have, let's go make a new scene. Booyaka. Normally yours is going to be blank like such. Mine has a background because I put one there. Matter of fact, I'm going to change the background because when I come back from Atlanta, I will forget. And it's not that I'm not proud. I just want a different background. So let me show you what I do because people be like, I want to get a nice background. Cool. So simple. Just don't do anything crazy. Gray, D-I-E-N-T, hunt. Don't say that too fast. You might say a bad word. Go to gradient hunt. What are we feeling for the month of July? Let's go with, I like to keep it gangster. Let's do this one. I like this one. Bam. Just hit that. That one's nice. Nice. Noise. What is that? That Ming? Noise. You just go like that. It downloads the ping. And I can move this out the way. And then I go to my little downloady folder. And then let me open up a new Finder window. I'm gonna show you. I have a nice little media library. So I go to Ecamm, I go to backgrounds, and then I have my gradients in here. Let me go grab the one I just downloaded and place it in position. Boom, boom, boom. Bingo, bango. There it is. Yo, that's weird. Recently in Chrome, when I am downloading PNGs and things of that nature and whatnot, they have been downloading and not fully turning into what they're supposed to be. It's Chrome thing. Here, let me get rid of that. Try it in Safari. I've only had this problem in Safari. I did miss it, Mark. That's for Saturday. Today is Friday. Today is Ecamm. Boom, boom, boom. My brain. Safari. Bingo. Let me try Safari. Just curiosity. I'm not ready to do the thing where I wipe my machine and start all over, but I do that all the time. Yeah, it's being weird. Holy crap. That it is also, Safari is doing that too. So that's crazy. I hate when it happens, but it does happen. Let me just copy. Yo, that's super nuts. My Mac is downloading pings and they're not pinging. They're coming up as black. Why are you laughing, Paul? They're coming up as black. Okay, anyway, we're going to skip changing the background for today. we'll figure that out. There's nothing to do with Ecamm. Just so people don't say, oh, my Mac cannot show backgrounds. Ecamm is ruining my life. No, that's not an Ecamm problem. That is Mac OS is high today. Let me do that. Let's go back to my media library. Let's just pick a different background. Had that trouble from Gradient Hunt too. Oh, so it might be Gradient Hunt. Okay, that makes sense, Andy. That sounds a lot more logical. Isn't it ironic? Don't you think? It's like, sorry, I'm about to start singing. It almost got me. Luis, it almost got me. All right, listen. So instead of placing them in current scene like such, this background will be permanent to this scene. What I want to do is place them in the show and all background so that can become a background. Now, I did want to show you this. You can also just click on the shape, right? And then make it whatever color you want. As a matter of fact, you can go gradient and you can do your own thing. Like, man, don't put my pencils over there. So for instantaneously, I could take this, go over here to the crowns, and then do something like that. That is a really horrible color switch, but then do something like that. And then you can move your rotator around however you wish, right? And then you could just embiggen it after that. So you don't have to go get a gradient from Gradient Hunt. You can use something like that. And if that gradient doesn't make you happy, you are able to mess with it, but you just don't have as much, you don't have as much of fun in there. I didn't mean to do that. You don't have as far that you can go. In other words, you know what I'm saying? You have a different level of control. But if you want, you can definitely come in here and play around with gradients until you find something that's just absolutely peachy. You know what I mean? So don't worry about a thing. Everything's going to be all right. No, don't worry. You can either make your own or you can go to Gradient Hunt and then you just make it work. Okay, I'm not going to start singing Alanis. Okay, now, so Tora, back to what you said. Boom, boom, boom. I'm going to take here, and I have my placeholder cameras. For the sake of this demonstration, let me remove all the placeholder cameras that we don't need, and we'll start it as if you started it because you're not like me with 5,100 cameras, so you won't see all of these. And then bang, and then bang. So I'm going to remove these placeholders. This is normally what you're going to look like. Now, two important situations. If we're here, you have two options. You got all your sources, which shows all of the things that you have. You also have AB. Just use the AB. It's not, look, all sources is not even worth messing with. Let me just explain it to you. Stick with the AB. The AB will be your friend. You will enjoy your life. Just don't even bother with all sources. Okay. Why is that bingo bango? All right, that's correct. All right, so we're going to go here. We're going to say add a placeholder camera, and this is going to be camera D, and we're going to call this one guest one, and we're just going to drop it. So there's my guest situation. And let's put this on a squircle. Bingo. We're going to place it about to the middle whenever it catches the thing. Oh, you want to be like that? There it goes. All right, we're going to call that it. I'm going to push it to the top. Then I want to go ahead and add another placeholder camera. And we're going to set this one to guest 2. And I just drag that in. I just realized I made guest 1 too big. I love the fact that it remembers what the camera situation is, and then I'm gonna drag me over here. And then we're just gonna line them up. Clean up, clean up. You guys remember that when you were a kid? Okay, so these are my placeholder cameras. I haven't invited any guests to my show yet, right? Tora, we got this? All right, cool. Now I'm gonna click on my little text joint here, and then I'm gonna check my chat just in case, because Luis is laughing at something. I don't know. Luis and Paul are doing weird stuff in the background. I'm gonna ignore them for the minute. Write my name. This is my name. I know who I am. I don't know why Luis and Paul are laughing, but it's making me laugh, and I can just see them in the corner of my eye, and it's stop it, you guys. What the hell? You guys are killing me. Oh, Paul is like, thank goodness that next week we don't have to deal with this clown because Daniel's going to be doing this. All right, so we're going to go like that. And then we're going to embiggen it like such and place it round about cha. Okay? Yeah, that's good. That's good. Okay, now I'm going to drag copy this one here, drag copy this one here. Okay. Wait, stay. Speaking of drag copies, let's change this. Bam. Bam. Keep that. Then I'm so man. I just went blank for a second. I just had a dementia moment. Okay, now we're there. So this is basically how you would set up Tor. Then the other thing you do is come down to your overlays, and you want to add a placeholder comment overlay. Let's just say we want that to go here, and we're going to embiggen this so it takes up the majority of the screen. And then we're going to find the center, and we're going to call that just like such. Okay, then we're going to add one more thing to our display. Let me scroll back up and steal it from Paul, because I think Paul probably already typed it. No, he did not. He did not press the if you have a question button on his stream deck. So now I got to type it. Damn it, Paul. Damn it. Oh, there you go. Never mind. Never mind. Take it back, Paul. I take it back. This is what I do. Okay, this is cheating, but you hit edit text, and then you just grab this piece right here, press copy, and then you cancel that, and then you turn this off. Then you press this, and you paste it in there. And in this particular case, I'm going to edit the background and say no, and the border and say no, and then I'm going to semi-bold that, and actually I want it to be my font. There we go. And I'm going to place that right here at the bottom. Okay, so now everything is place-helded, right? We're going to put Will over here, and I'm going to ignore your comment for a second, Will. I'll be back. Don't worry. Let me star you so I can remember to find you. Now, all I got to do, I'm preset. My scenes are all good to go. I am ready to do my thing. I'm about to do my thing. You know, moving, grooving, doing it. You know. Sorry, that was James Bond. Not James Bond. He's stupid. James Brown. Okay, I'm going to do one more thing. Oh, you're dumb, Paul. You're so dumb. Oh, my God. Paul is silly. All right, I'm going to do one more thing. One more thing. Then we're going to do it. We're going to do it. Unless you're going to do it. Extra, extra. I brand the news. Okay, we're going to go like that. Go like that. Go like that. I'm just holding the Option key. You can see the little screen over here. Holding the Option key makes a copy. And again, I'm going to put guest 1 right there and guest 2 right there, just so you can see how placeholders actually work. let me go and put on this. This is going to be my screen share. And we're going to have that like such. And then we're going to go to Siftery. And Siftery. Boom. All right, there we go. So I'm ready to do my screen share. I got everything popping. And just so you can see that it all works, we can do one last thing, because this is called pre-building, right? Let's do screen share. Boom. And this will be panel. Gonna make one last scene. We're gonna make a scene. All right, cool. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna hit plus, make a new one, throw in the host, right? That is I. And then we're gonna take this time and let me do something real quick. Open up my Zoom settings, say active speaker camera to A. Boom. We're going to drag in the active speaker camera. I'm going to set this guy to 16 by 9. There is never a time where I don't accidentally click the top one instead of the bottom one. Every freaking time. Okay, then we're going to take this one and switch it to custom. And I'm going to be more like this here. That is way skinny, Doc. Let's go like that. All right, all right, all right. Decent, decent, decent. Move that to there a little bit and biggen this a little bit like that. And then we're going to also stick on another placeholder comment under overlays, add a placeholder comment. Bang, that goes about there. We're just going to lower it to here. All right, so now the show is set up, right? And we're going to call this active. Ooh. Dummy, don't do that. Your blood clot lima bean. Okay, so we're doing the show. We're like, this is my show. This is where my panel is going to be. This is going to be the screen share where we talk about gradient hunt, and this is going to be our active. We have just built ourselves a show. Now, all I need to do, just to show you how dope this is, I'm going to go to the Zoom key, click on the placeholder, assign to guest 2. Bingo. Oh my God. Even if I switch over here, he's in the right spot. If I switch over here, talk Luis.
Hi everyone. How are we doing today?
See how that shit works? You know what I mean? And then we're gonna go to this one and we're gonna say add, and we're gonna go to assign to placeholder, guest 1. Boom. And now we have ourselves a Duncan. And then
you let me out.
If I go here, say something.
Something? Is that helpful?
Anyway, so that's how you do it. And actually, in this particular situation, we could actually turn this off and just leave it like this, because maybe we're doing a round robin style questionnaire. So let me make a minor adjustment to my scene here. I'll go to custom. And then let's just embiggen this edge to edge like this. Make a big old panel window. All right. And then now we can come here and we're going to answer Will's question. And then if Luis could chime in, because he's Mr. Camera Junkie, you'll see what happens. So Will says, hey, following a question from a previous stream, if I'm using an iPhone as a secondary camera angle during the stream, my primary is the A7C2, do I need an external switcher?
Well, to answer this question, I would simply say no. You just need to create a secondary scene with that camera as an overlay, and then just use your keyboard to switch between them. And using Ecamm makes it super easy that you can access your secondary camera or second camera angle, whether it's an additional, capture card or an iPhone like you're using in this case.
Because Ecamm is the switcher. Oh, I'm going to say something that people are going to get mad. I don't care. Let them get mad. Everybody that uses an ATEM where Ecamm is missing the point. Ecamm is a switcher. You don't need an ATEM. Ecamm is the switcher. The case for an ATEM and Ecamm is you have a really old, slow machine they cannot handle, or you don't have, or you haven't come up with a better way to put in multiple inputs. Okay, so for instance, yes, you can run 10 cam links on the same machine, but you got to have the mental capacity to understand how USB and Thunderbolt buses works and divide them up properly. I know this for a fact because Keith Pelzer has 10 cam links on a single iMac, and it works flawlessly. I have got up to 5 running on mine, but people don't want to do that because, well, Thunderbolt costs $300. Yeah, got to pay the cost to be the boss, right? If you try to do that many cameras, you got to step up. Now, myself, Neil, Andy, a couple other kin folks, Wendy, we have what's known as a DeckLink Quad. A DeckLink Quad has 4 HDMI inputs. So I can have 4 individual HDMI camera raters in here. As you can see, quad. So I can have 4. So right now, I have this camera connected there. I have the nothing on 2, and I have the Osbot on 3, and nothing on 4. But if I wanted to add something to 2 real quick, all I really need to do is reach in my drawer of cameras. Don't choke yourself. Pull out a ZVE1, open the door, plug in the HDMI cable like such, and then sit it somewhere where it won't fall on his head. I have a tripod plate on here, but I don't have a tripod handy. And let me just fake this real quick. I'm gonna change tripod plates real quick just because it's safer than dropping the expensive camera. Right? So to Weese's point though, so now you see I just stuck an HDMI cable here. This HDMI cable is stuck to the what's that thing called? DeckLink. So I'm gonna put this on and then take off the lens cap because you need to do that. And then I'm gonna turn the camera on. Upside down is a trick. And I'm gonna face it at my face. How low can you go? Death row. What a brother know. And then I'm gonna turn the screen so I can see. All right. And then if I come to my DeckLink Quad over here, boom, there it is. So this camera is now there. Just not in focus because I use manual focus because I'm that dude. Man, my fingers are fat today. There you go. So simple assignment. So that's, you know what I mean? You don't need a switcher because Ecamm is the switcher. That's the whole point. So again, all of the people that use ATEMs, it's because they either have a slow machine or they already bought it and they convinced themselves that they needed it or they just don't want to deal with multiple cam links, which I fully understand. So I always laugh when people say that about the ATEM. But yeah, your Ecamm is the switcher. And let's go. Chris, what's cracking? I'm having the hardest time with echo issues when I add some of the Ecamm and Veneer Zoom feature while streaming to YouTube. Yeah, check your audio routing, Kurisu. You have a problem. So let's explain this in a nutshell. We'll go back to Pananel. The first things first, and I have the hardest time getting people to understand this, but I'll try again. Ecamm does not know how to create an echo in any way, shape, or form. So it's not Ecamm. Zoom doesn't know how to create an echo in any way, shape, or form, so it's not Zoom. It's your audio routing. The way to suss this out, if you can hear yourself, so let me try this again. Say something, Luis.
Okay, something, Luis.
So if in Luis is talking, if Luis can hear Luis, it's me or Paul creating the issue.
Mm-hmm.
If I say something to them and I hear me coming back, it's Paula Louise creating the issue. The number one cause for the issue is exactly this. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10, 10, 10. Okay, so now when I'm talking, you guys can probably hear somewhat of an echo because I just turned on the speakers in my room and now my microphone can hear my speakers. That's
so
not
if
an
I were
echo.
to talk,
Yeah, go ahead.
so if I were to talk, you should be hearing a slapback
Right.
from the speakers.
Correct. Right? So I can hear Luis in my headphones. I can hear Luis in the room, and they're slightly off. Right? So what people do is they're like, I don't want to use headphones because I'm cooler than every host on television. I don't want to hear headphones because I'm cooler than the Secret Service. Listen, I understand where people come from. I know exactly why. Because people confuse, I can't grab them right now. Can I reach it? Can I reach it? No, I'm not going to do that. People confuse Mickey Mouse cans, headphones, with earphones. These aren't even earphones. These are in-ear monitors. If I had hair, you wouldn't even know that I'm wearing them. 9 times out of 10, I don't like wearing headphones comes from females because, yeah, I get it. You look like Mickey Mouse. No one's coming to watch the show about what you look like. They're coming about what great content you're going to deliver to them that's going to change their life. But let's get past that because vanity will never go away. That's why it's one of the cardinals. So you put it in ear monitors and you pull your hair down and no one knows you're wearing them because you put the cord behind your head. Just like every singer on the stage. Taylor Swift has in-ear monitor while she's telling you that your boyfriend sucks. Like every concert you've ever been to in the last 15 years, they're wearing Blackpink, 14 pairs of in-ear monitors. You need to put them. If you have the speaker talking to your mic, you will hear it come back. Zoom has a feature, so do we actually, called echo cancellation, which goes a long way to making that go away. However, it does degrade the sound quality. So the option is, tell your people, either put these things in your brain or you don't get to be on my show. Or the secondary option is you have to use the echo cancellation features, which work, but I don't know. I'm not a fan of them. I personally am not a fan of them because it tends to add somewhat of a robotic sound, and I'm not feeling that robotic sound. So yeah, those are a couple of the options that you have available to you, and if you really get stuck, I would say reach out to the community and somebody will come on and help you do a live session and help you figure it out. But yeah, that is just part of the drama, and it's really unfortunate that so many people have it in their brain that they don't want to wear headphones, but yet every album, record, whatever you've listened to in your entire life has someone in the booth wearing headphones because that is the way. That is the way. You know what I'm saying? All right.
Another thing is that we're all used to seeing headphones.
Yeah.
Like this is nothing new. Like
Nothing
cans have been around my entire life. You understand? And so when they came out, it's something that's commonplace. It's just like everyone's automatic image of a microphone is that Shure 58, you know, yeah. So just saying that same thing is that it's not something that's commonplace. And it goes right back to what you were saying, you know, the vanity aspect, but to each their own.
そして答えはin-ear monitor を使っていいかもしれません。クリスの部屋。Finally, I get to answer a question in Japanese.
Good luck, the script.
Never mind the script. Chris understood me. Look, Chris came in with Chris no hair as his kanji, so Chris understood. Hair means room, by the way. Anyway, Chris knows what I'm talking about. Yes, that's the answer. Chris said, your long ass answer, and let me just run it back with headphones dake. Dake means sort of like only. That's it. Thanks, Chris. I appreciate you, bro. It's funny. Oh yeah. By the way, I should say this because, these are simply. I have a brand new box. These are legit $20, and so I tend to buy these like 5 at a time because I'm forever giving them away or losing them or whatever. These are so dope because they have replaceable cords. So if you have cats or children who like to do things, or like me, accidentally roll them over with the cheer wheel, you can just replace the cord. So these are the best. Again, if you have hair, you can do it. You just hide them. And you see a lot of people put the cord behind their head because, that way you can hide it completely. Imagine the pilot trying to hide the steering wheel to the plane. You won't feel that. I mean, like, really, what are we hiding it for? I don't get it. Like, I'm with Luis. Like, no one's going to look at you like, oh my God, this person doesn't know what they're talking about because they have a cord. Anyway, I have opinions. I have opinions.
And the funny thing is that nobody would even want an
Stream Deck is not a
SM7B
switcher.
microphone.
Stream Deck is not a switcher. Sorry, John is over here causing trouble. Yes?
No, I was just saying that nobody would even want an SM7B as their microphone if they weren't so accustomed to seeing it in so many videos.
Yes.
It's so many things that don't make sense to me, but that's just me.
All right, now John answered his own question. Yes, there's not a switcher. Thank you, Matt. I appreciate that. That's an old school saying. I believe there's a song. It might be Gladys Knight and the Pips, but you got to pay the cost to be the boss. My grandpa always used to say that. Because people, what's funny? Like, Matt, you cruise in the community so much. So there's people come in with these grandiose things that they want to do for their stream, but they want it done for free, or they want Ecamm to add it as a feature so that they don't have to pay more for it. I'm like, if you want to be that dope, then you got to pay. Like, you don't get dope for free. Try it. Come to my neighborhood, ask for free dope. You ain't get nothing. You might get beat up, might get robbed, but if you want to be dope, you got to pay for it. It's super simple. And I mentioned to James in the community the other day, because James was asking a question. Oh, I was going to test out today, by the way. And James was asking a question about, like, having a button that would automatically fade a music source, and and I was just like, he's like, does anybody know how to do it? And I was like, yeah, just go to Stream Deck and then make a Stream Deck multi-action that adjusts the sound effects level from 90, adjust 10% all the way to 0. And it wouldn't matter if you were only at 40 because the last 5 would be inaudible. So, like, just make a Stream Deck multi-action that fades it out. And he was like, oh, that'd be cool. This sounds like a good video for you to make. And I'm like, nah, because I'm a DJ. I know how to use a fader. If I want to fade music, take my finger and slide the slider. That's easier. Like, it's simple. And the mixer is right here. It's a matter of just doing this while you're talking and doing this while you're talking. You just know how to work a fader. Like, we're overcomplicating the process, adding a bunch of other things that could possibly break the program as opposed to doing the work, right? So, and it's not that it's a bad feature request. It's just that people are busy trying to make their shows like hyper cute. And I'm like, okay, I've seen Phantom Menace. Industrial Light and Magic is the dopest special effects company in the planet. And they could not save a jacked up script. So all of the features and tools and 6 cameras and all of that cannot save you. Okay? Now, I know some people here that are listening that know exactly who I'm talking to. Buying another FX6 will not fix your show. Me giving you $150,000 to buy gear will not fix your show. Let that marinate.
You got to know how to use it.
Right? We definitely know somebody that got a Porsche that can drive. Actually, no, I was going to say something to me. Is there a difference between using a camera source but using USB and HDMI? Absolutely. Absolutely. USB can only handle so much bandwidth, and HDMI can handle more. So quality is about bit rate. Bit rate is about how much data you can transfer at once. So HDMI can cover 4x the bit rate. You know what I'm saying? So all right, let's put it this way. You can pass 12K over HDMI. You can't pass much more than 4K over USB.
And from my experience right now, 4K is only at 15 frames per second, right? 1080 is the most that you can get at a standard 30, and something better than that would be the traditional 720, which is the resolution that you would get majorly out of USB connection.
Yes. I've had no major issues with my Decklink Quad. Me neither. Mine don't even make that much noise. How are you hanging your overhead, and how high is it above you? It's right here. And I'm hanging it with monitor mount. Paul, can you do me a favor and search my channel for Doc Rock Easy Overhead Setup and share that link with MTD? So that scene is built. Can you say, oh yeah, that's what I was supposed to say. See, Tor, this was your training, and then we got sidetracked doing crazy stuff. All right, listen, this is super simple. This part is super simple. You can go to this little icon here. This is the share icon, export the selected scene. So I can just take this scene right here, and I can do the crazy thing, press this button and wait for it to think, and then put it to the desktop, and it's called panel, and then I can export it, and then it shows up right here. We don't do that. We are Mac people. Chat, what is the answer to how to do something on Mac always? Before you ever ask the question, what's the first thing you should attempt as a Mac user? I'm gonna let
Let's see if they get it.
I'm gonna let the chat answer it, and then we'll come back. I'm gonna start this so I know where we're at. All right, bingo, and we'll come back to that. I wonder if one performs better for the Mac. That's nothing to do with the Mac. Technically, like, how could USB or HDMI perform for the Mac? The Mac is self-contained. They're both external items coming into the Mac. So the Mac's performance is independent of what you connect to it.
Learner to learner got it in chat.
All right, boom. Where'd he go? Where'd he go? There you go. There you go. John says, drag and drop. So, Tora, how do you save your scenes in Ecamm? Select them, drag, and drop. Of course, my finger just missed. Drag and drop. Bingo. Here's all of those. All of those right there. All three of those scenes. Because literally, all you got to do, put it back. You know, you can just drag anything. You can take this one, drag it and drop. Check this out. I'm going to be on the panel. I'm going to take the active scene and the screensaver scene and the Mahalo scene. I'm going to throw them in the trash because I'm stupid and I just made a mistake. Oh my God, I just ruined my whole entire life. No, I am going to move this one out the way. I don't need that one. And I'm going to take this one out the way because I don't need that one. And I'm going to take these three right here. And guess what you're going to do? You're going to drag and drop, and then drag and drop them where you want them to go, like such. Because we are Mac people, and the answer to everything is drag and drop. But wait, there's more. For $19.99, you could also come over here, go to Profile, and export the current profile. And we're going to call this Ecamm Demo, and we're going to export. And then now it's right here. So when you go to the other machine or you want to use it later, all you got to do is double click it. Ecamm will open, install this. Everything will be exactly like it was before I left it, after I left it, or whenever I left it. So all of the above works. You can also, again, just, sort of drag and drop. So to your point, in my Ecamm Assets folder, I have scenes. There's all my scenes. So this is updated. Let's keep this one. Let's take these and delete. And then I just want to keep my checklist. And I'll take this one and delete. And then all I want to do is bring in copies of all of my new stuff and just drag them to the folder. So now I have updated copies of all of my scenes. I do this. I keep my scenes backed up because, you know, people be like, oh my God, it broke. And now that I think about it, let me put a new updated profile in here. Boom, because we have the Zoom stuff. So there's new settings that, you know, are Zoom sort of related that I want to keep. So if I go in here, I go to profiles, I take the Ecamm Demo profiles like such and give it the finger, and then take this new one and pop it right there. So now pop it like it's hot. Here's in the crib yard. That's why I keep all of my Ecamm assets in a nice, easy place. Ecamm Media Library, got my Ecamm, got ENN, got the Flow, got LGL, and then whenever I need anything, I know where my stuff be at. Because I keep it organized. You gotta keep it separated. Hey, hey, hey. Okay, so good, so good, so good, so good, so good, so good. You guys are coming through with the killers today. All right.
I'm gonna invent a new game to see
What?
how many musical Tourette's like songs you do per live stream, and then give a total amount at the end of each live.
That's funny. George said, tell them they look like Princess Leia and they'll be all over that. If that was the case, nobody would show up for what I look like at 5 a.m. There you go. See, no, I'm telling you, nobody's coming for what you look like, man. People got to get over it. I've learned the hard way this week, officially returned to wearing headphones after no one told me I sounded like like I was in a rusty SpaghettiOs can. There you go. These are my in-ear monitors. They're super cheap and they just work. And if you have hair, you can even hide them. Okay, in Ecamm Live for Zoom, when I have, say, 7 frames delay in preferences, will the delay also be the Zoom colors? If I manually mix, I don't know. I don't think.
If he's talking about the, what was it? The
Camera delay.
no camera delay, but I believe he was also the one using the multi switch. What can't remember the name.
Tiles?
Of it. No, the one that you were talking about before.
Oh, the ATEM.
The ATEM, yes. If he's using the ATEM and he's got a 7-frame delay on that microphone, that is only for the ATEM, and that wouldn't affect the Zoom guests. That's only for the input for his main camera. Hopefully that helps.
Yeah. Paul, you know why the Otter quit? Is because after Zoom AI Companion got good, I canceled my Otter Pro, and so it only lasts like 40 minutes. I forgot
Gotcha.
that. I forgot that. Yes, dude, Twist. Tell me again. Like, it's stability over everything. I really, really, really think that people should focus on the show delivery first before you do all this other stuff. It's like, you know, you're trying to turn your first car into an F1. You know what I'm saying? I really don't understand it, but people do it. Huh? What?
Guilty.
Why you guilty?
Because when I was 16, you know, you would actually try to fix up that car. You understand? Instead of actually like seeing the value in purchasing something that's already made.
Correct.
But I digress.
Correct. 100%. But I'm saying, like, if you just first time streaming and then they want to do all of this crazy stuff, like they literally say, this is my first stream, I'm just starting out, but they want to do animations, they want to do mix, they want like special, guests and ISOs and all this other stuff. And I'm like, you don't know how to stream yet. What are we doing? Like, I just learned to swim. Let's go to Acapulco and dive off a cliff. That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
Yo, Dickie, what's up, my man? What is up, my man? All right, so I did want to try this because homie had the question and it made common sense to me, but you know what it is? Let's just try. So I'm going to go here to the end card scene, And I'm going to go to Ecamm Live, and I'm going to go to not stop the sound. I want to do volume. Do we have that? I don't think we have volume. See, y'all be doing stuff in here that I don't even mess with. And it's funny because I said to somebody, I'm like, oh yeah, so here's input level, but the input level is for the mic though. Anyway, let's just try. Let's put input level. No, can't do that. I got to put it here. And this is for sound effects. Okay, so that does work. So let me try something. All right, gangsta. Let's stop this. All right. So now what we want to do is see if I could do that as a multi-action. Oh, you can't spell. Actually, maybe you can't do multi-actions on the buttons. I mean, on the keys. Let me try. Put it over here. Nope. You can't put multi-action on the dial. So
if you had a Stream Deck Plus, you could assign it to a dial.
That's what I
That's
have
what
a
I was
Stream
gonna
Deck
say.
Plus, dude. Otherwise,
But
you
it
don't
has to
have
be
dials. What'd you say, Luis?
No, that's what I was gonna say. Like, I have the small 15 key Stream Deck, and I thought that I wasn't able to do that. That's why they made the one with the knobs, right? So
Yeah,
that's...
I am using Stream Deck Plus. That's my guy.
But I'm with you, Doc. That's why, like, I knew that wasn't something that came on my Stream Deck. So that's also why, you invest in something like the Rodecaster Pro, and I'm a fader guy. So when it comes to me fading
James
down my
has
music,
a Rodecaster Pro, so just use that. Yeah. And actually, I know this. I haven't messed with it yet. I wonder if Matt's messed with it. Your Rodecaster Pro can be controlled by MIDI, right? So
I believe so, yeah.
and I know so. So you can, but see, again, people that want to do this are not going to go try to figure out how to use the MIDI control in order to turn the volume down. Is there a way to animate frames in the scene? He will go from a 2-up, same size camera frame, to smaller. No, we're not that cute. But we have a bigger. Never mind. That is, I know what you're talking about. So if you guys watch Office
Alec?
Office Hours,
Okay.
right? Here, I'll do this. I'll make this make sense. Come here, click that, and then we'll make a new one, right? So in Office Hours, he'll have this over here, right? And then when you go to the next scene, it will do something like this and then drop you here. And then when
Understood.
he goes back, it will go back but animate it. Yeah, we don't do that. It's cute, but I'm coming to teach you how to save 15% on your car insurance by switching to Geico. Does nothing. It's still 15%. You won't get 17, you won't get 18, it's 15%. So if I go from here to here, it's still 15% on your car insurance switching to Geico. I know what people want it,
Ellie,
but Yeah,
Alec does show how to do that in his series on using Keynote.
you could do it with Keynote. It's a lot of work, and it doesn't do anything for your audience. Your audience doesn't care. This is us show hosts trying to show out for other show hosts. Your audience doesn't care. You can do it with Keynote and Magic Move, and it's not difficult. It's time consuming. I would consume How to Be a Better Host.
Yeah, that's like when it comes to editing, right? A lot of the things that we edit, like nobody notices. And that's a successful edit when nobody comments basically anything about it because it's just like the norm. And that's the way that I see that.
That's my thing.
If your content's good enough, nobody's going to notice that transition.
You know what my prime example is? I absolutely love the songwriting capabilities of Kurt Cobain, right? Dude was absolute beast. And the albums were incredibly mixed. Their musical performance was fantastic, the whole 9 yards. But you know what is my favorite renditions of some of those songs? Unplugged. The MTV Unplugged, the joint had me in freaking
That was a great
tears.
series.
I'm a grown-ass man sitting up in my store because we had, electronic store. We used to sell TVs and whatever. And when I first saw that, it was standing live in the store. And myself and June and my dad were all standing around watching. I ain't crying, stupid. Because that was so good. So it's like, a song is dope when the acapella version still kicks. You know what I'm saying? When the acapella version still kicks, the song is dope. So I think it's better to just be dope, if that makes any sense. Did I add my thing?
I agree.
Here.
It looked like you're whispering to Paul.
Yeah, see.
I heard that.
Joe said I could do it with my Blackmagic ATM too, but I never used it. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get why people do it because they see this stuff happen on TV or whatever. But I've also seen TV shows that do that are hot trash. So it doesn't do anything. Honestly, the funny thing about it is if I were to ask my sister or Baba, like if they notice when that happens on TV, I guarantee you they don't even notice it. It's only us people that are in the production that notice that type of stuff.
But that's exactly what I was mentioning to or referring to, that if the content is good, they're not paying attention to the transition smoothness between one size window to the other. Like the most used transition is fade. Crossfading. That's it. Like at the end of the day, that's all you need.
And those transitions can become a distraction.
Yeah, Neil, you should post. You're a moderator, dude. Post a link to your video in the chat so that you and John can nerd out over the MIDI. Can you please mention which of the three? It doesn't matter, bro. Like, we're getting into the specificities. Okay, so here it is. In my page, I have 3 different brands of in-ear monitors. The reason why I put 3, they're exactly the same, but sometimes they're in stock, sometimes they're not because they're super popular. Also, there are 3 different distributors, and whoever updates their prices, but they are identical. There are literally 87 brands of the same in-ear monitors, and they're all identical. If it ranges between $17.99 and $24.99, just buy it. Doesn't matter. We're using them to listen to the show. We're not using them to score War and Peace. We're using them to do a live stream. Majoring in the minor. Make it stop. Do not major in the minor. Let's get focused. Make the show dope. Matt's favorite word. I can confirm that statement. I had to go bare bones due to forgetting to put the scenes and slides of FX together this morning for the audience, and they said they liked it way much better. Way much better. Honestly, here's the hardest thing for people to wrap their head around, and this is one of the things that we like about having Ecamm is anybody can go in and anybody can dive in, right? But the reality of it is the things that you enjoy the most in life, you're probably not there just because of the product. The things that you enjoy most in life, there's probably several other people that make the same thing. Okay, so I'm gonna make my own self in trouble. Luis got this barbecue spot in his neighborhood. Okay, I hate you. I freaking hate you. So
Let's go.
the first time Luis rolled into the barbecue shop, he rolled in and he looked at the auntie and he like, auntie, hey, which one of these is the good? Which one of these is good? What's the best one here? And she was like, dumbass, everything. And that spiciness, I know Luis instantly loved this lady. So now his favorite spot to go because of the person. Like the food is gangster, but 7 people can make that food. But she was the one that came up in it. All my food is good, sugar. What you talking about? Yep. You build a relationship with the people. Your audience is coming for you. They're not coming because you can make the comment go. That I'm just saying. Just saying.
And here's a hot take, you know, some people might not like it, but people worry more about transitions and things like that. That is what's based out of Ecamm, and yet they don't place as much attention on their set design, or what we call the cone of cleanliness, which
Correct.
is what actual people would see, and they would prefer to use a zoom type blur background just so that they don't, like, nobody sees the mess in their background, comparative to actually just looking at what your camera sees and dressing it up accordingly.
Here, I'm gonna do something that I want people to see how my brain works and how I operate, because this is what happens, right? So I'm gonna go here. Doc Reg the Live says IEMs. Boom. You're gonna get a little twirly. You're gonna get a page, and it's gonna be like, cool, in-ear monitors. And then you're gonna go to Amazon, and these are all in-ear monitors. 1DDEBA. Okay, cool. I'm gonna click this, and then I'm gonna go to Amazon, and it's right there. 1DDBA. All right, but I'm gonna go back because, you know, maybe I clicked the other one because I want to see that one, and it goes currently unavailable. So what do you do when the item that you want is currently unavailable? You immediately move your eyeballs up and you look at the other things in that same price range that do the same thing. Or you come down here and you go to 1DDBA and you look and you look and you look, or you can look at this list right here, which will also tell you whatever's currently unavailable. Here are the 5 other things that are exactly like it or close to it. And then you just go to this one and then boom, and then you double check for it. 1DD. All right, gangster. There it is. I'll just get this one.
Or you could just highlight the same text and search it in
and
Amazon
search
the same way.
exactly that. Yeah, you could literally just come in here and type 1DD in-ear monitor. Bang. And there's a whole list. Go to town. Knock yourself out. There's a whole list. There's 8 pages of it. Just pick one. Pick one. I got a question. On this is for Paul and Luis will answer while the audience answer as well. This is my last chance to give you this hardcore foot up the butt teaching, because I got kicked out of doing demos for a minute. Daniel's much nicer than me. So this is your last chance to get better instead of just do what you keep doing. Because one of the dumbest statements in the common vernacular right now is you do you. No, don't do you. You've been doing you for 40 years and it ain't working. It's time to do better. Okay? Like, I'll just be the one to tell you, you doing you might not be the right answer if you ain't worth $1 billion or whatever you call success, right? I don't think money is a success. I'm just using it as an example because everybody understands that one, right? If your goal is to grow your audience to 100,000 and you've been doing you for 5 years and you're still at 3,000, you better stop doing you. You know, you need to do something else, right? So I'm here to help you do the other things, right? So anyway, since it's my last chance to do this, I want to ask the question. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your fear of making a mistake? That's the question for the chat. On a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate your fear of making a mistake? And I'll start with Luis. What is your answer?
I would say 1. It's not a 0, but damn near close. I just already learned to roll with the punches. I've had basically every mistake possible happen to me. You understand? As far as like microphone switching out, equipment going out, spending 40 minutes on mute trying to figure out the problem while my chat is hanging out, trying to help me out do the same thing, and then stream for an hour after the fact. So the only way that you're actually going to learn how to do this successfully is by your own, knocks and bruises. So because of all the experience that I've gained, I'm already very, very low as far as like worried about making a mistake, because I've also recognized that the mistakes is what makes you most memorable. Just like you were talking about the lady at the barbecue place, people won't remember what I talked about a camera 3 months ago, but they'll remember the time where my microphone went into monster mode and I was speaking like like some cartoon character for 15 minutes, and I was off and not exactly and the chat cracking up, and I'm over here just talking about a camera as focused as possible, sounding like Doc Rock right now. So that's what I've learned. They won't remember what you said, but they'll definitely remember how you made them feel. Quote Maya Angelou.
Robots, please report to the dance floor. TOIDS, rocket baby, I'll be your freak tonight. Come on and wind me up.
You're gonna get me breakdancing over here, man.
Musical Tourette's knows no bounds.
You know what I'm saying? All right, Paul, what's your answer?
When I first started, it was a 10. But after going live with Katie and you and Valerie and the Academy and all this stuff, it's like I make mistakes all the time. I do crazy stuff, and I can now laugh at myself. And when something goes wrong, I don't pass out and freak out. It used to be, if something like that happened, I probably never would have went live again. But now that it's happened, nothing's died. Nobody's left me. Nobody's made comments about me and all this stuff. And it's just like live happens. It's just like you have to figure out how to fix it and deal with it and go on with it, and consider it a teaching experience for other people too if something goes wrong. But it's like sometimes you have to laugh at yourself.
That's the key right there. Dude, I laugh at me all the time. You know, it's funny because David brought it up in the Tuesday show of The Flow, right? David was like, yo, you're going to press the button, you're going to go live. And when the show is over, nobody died. And that's the key. Like, well, it depends on what you're doing in your show. I just wanted to know because I wanted to hear from people. So John said 4. I respect your honesty. Make it 0. Mine is 0. I'm fearless. I don't give a dang. I come here and make an absolute fool out of myself.
That's how I feel, but
I don't care. Like, I just don't care. I would just, but
that's
I'll
why
take 1.
I say 1. It's just like me trying to say like how like excited am I for my next live stream. I always say like, or for improvement. So that's why I always say nothing's perfect. So I would say a 9 instead of a 10, and a 1 just in case, because I still don't know every situation, but I'm here to learn from them.
Dude, I mean, if I stood up and my pants got caught on the bottom and I was over here tallywhack swinging, I still wouldn't care. I'm old. What the heck? Y'all can't do nothing to me that ain't already been done. Like, I just don't care. This is good.
And
John said 3, but I'm going to do it anyway. All right, John, we're going to work you down to 1. You know where the 1s come from, though? We've done it so many times that you kind of know. So for all of the people that are higher than 1, you just need to do it more often. You know what I mean? And you just
need to make more mistakes. We've made the mistakes. We've messed up.
100%. Kim said, first off, what's up, mama? And I love she has an Expo disc in her avatar. Like, what people know about Expo disc? Anyway, I did a stream today after not streaming for 2 years and made all kinds of mistakes. I figured it out, though. That's because you get a pass because you was 2 years of growing nephew. So now you can do what you want. All right, Will, you're going to get yelled at, dang it. Will said generally 1, but on YouTube, 8. Why? What is anybody from YouTube going to do to you, Will? Like, if
Yeah.
you make a mistake on YouTube, is that going to stop you from selling a house, like a little bit later? No, like none whatsoever. They're not even connected. Like, you are not what you do. That's all you got to remember. That's a key one. You are not what you do. That's how I have 7 crashes in beta on my show.
There's always going to be the idiots out there that complain about anything. I mean, you could have a perfect show and somebody would complain about it, and you just have to ignore them. There's always going to be noise.
Paul, that's so good. So I just want, and Paul is right. Listen to this closely. Apple throws incredible keynotes, and no matter what, there is 18 pages of complaints right after incredible keynotes where they bring you something that's never been invented before, like goggles that can let you see your porn in 4D and let you swipe at fruits ninja style in the air and slap somebody, and people are like, oh no, Apple sucks. So, I mean, like, really, they're going to say stuff about you no matter what. This is funny to me, Tora. I had to stop and laugh. People could hear that 2 blocks from the club and start running to the dance floor. This is true. That was the jam back in the day. What is up, Micah? Good to see you here. Try to be a little better than what you were yesterday. 100%, bro. 100%.
The only way you can make a
that you're
mistake is if you don't learn from it.
Correct.
Yeah, but I was gonna say as well that, like, I also know that there's future mistakes coming.
Yeah.
Like, and the knowing that that's going to happen is just like makes me a little bit more fearless of just saying, like, I need to actually go live to make those mistakes, so to speak. They're on the horizon. I don't know what they are, but they're coming.
Dude,
Learning opportunities.
Check out Kim's answer. My number one comes from not wanting to mess up in front of me. Listen, I mess up in front of y'all, so don't worry about me. But this is cool. Tommy said it depends between sort of live streaming and recording. I personally think they're the same. Like, it's a button. Like, it's literally a matter of a button. The only advantage of recording is you can go and edit it later. I'm finding I don't even like editing too much nowadays. Yo, I had a crazy one. I'm making a video for the challenge next week, and I had to catch a ball that was coming from the ceiling, and I had my finger in the wrong position. It landed right on the top of my finger, and it bent it all the way back, and it pulled the nail halfway down to here. So that's a faux pas, blooper, mistake, whatever. And I got to pay for it now because I got to travel with freaking half the thumbnail ripped off. It happens, man. You just keep rolling. The words that came out, though, had that been live, would have got banned. Would have got banned from YouTube immediately. Son of a mother, you. Yo, dude, it was like, I sounded like 13-year-olds on Xbox after I hit my finger with my nail ripped halfway off. Monday took the plunge with Ecamm, and it was a 9. But today, with all the blips and glitch, I just laughed and kept pushing through. Nobody died all week, and I survived my first week of using only Ecamm. Tora, here's why this is cool. I know what you do, right? You get up in the morning and you give sort of morning devotionals, or, you talk about your morning scriptures or whatever. You're giving people, what they need, right? Everybody, right? It's a known quantity around here. I am the super anti person, but I'm not against anti people. So I'm happy you do that because your audience needs to hear that, right? Your audience follows that. They need to hear that. My religion is Manchester United. So if I was getting up in the morning telling people what was happening in the transfer market, the delivery of we're going to get a new striker and it's only going to cost us $30 million and this guy is going to, take us to Champions League next year is just as important as you getting up and telling somebody about, Proverbs 129 or whatever, or 429, right? So the key is you're showing up to give the people who follow you, who are in your target audience, what they want. If you tell them, because people are people, and in general, except for the occasional Arkansas Razorbacks fan, they're cool. I just said that because I saw Ollie's name in the chat. Generally, people are cool. So if you tell them, gang, I'm going to try something new. I'm a little bit nervous, and this might come out to be an absolute wreck. But the message is the message. Who's down? And everybody says, yeah, let's go, let's go, let's go. They're going to help you. You mentioned it earlier, which was so good, and I'm glad that you wrote this. Always talk to your audience. Let them know, right? Just say, hey, I'm going to try something new today. This may or may not work, but we're going to ride this sucker till the wheels fall off. And then the audience is like, all right, let's go. Like, they're always down. People are down for whatever, right? If you tell them and you give them a thing. The one I mention all the time is, and only a handful of people like Tommy and Paul and myself and those of us old enough to remember, Law and Order used to come on Sundays. And I always got mad because when the football game went long, it would kind of jack up Law and Order. So they was like, all right, let's move Law and Order to Mondays. That was good for a hot minute. But then I was like, now Law and Order is going up against Monday Night Football, and Monday Night Football is going long. And I want to see who killed whoever, but it's like the Raiders on Monday Night Football at that time, we were unstoppable. I was like, y'all are messing me up. Then they moved Law and Order to Thursday. But you know what happened every time they moved it from Sunday to Monday to Thursday? Nobody stopped watching Law and Order. Longest running program in the history of television. I think it's on season 1100. People still watching that mess. Even though, in comparison to British cop shows, you know exactly who killed the person within the first 5 minutes. British cop shows are better. They never give you, because they don't think you're stupid, they don't give you all the clues. You be trying to figure that out to the very end. So subscribe to BritBox and watch British cop shows. Way better. Anyway. Small rant. Nobody stopped watching Law and Order. If you tell your audience, I need to do this because of X. And they didn't tell us like they were asking us. They're like, hey, folks, we're moving to Thursday. You coming? And we're like, yes. Just tell your people, man. Tell your people. All right. Ollie says, zero fear, go live. I can't even record a video no more without thinking about editing it. That's super funny. Yes. When I first started live streaming years ago, I would freak out and shut down the whole live and then go delete it. No. Yes, this is true. This is true, Paul.
I mean, I go back and look at some of those first videos that I've done, and I cringe. And my first thought is delete those, but it's like, no, this was part of my growth pattern. It's like, what was there and how I do things now is completely different. And that's a testament to me just doing things and improving. So it's like, I keep those things around.
Dude, I almost wore that shirt today, Paul. And then John said he likes how your dog pop just, I'm going to start calling him that now. How it just blends into the thing. Yes, cardinal rule is everything works out for the best. Another old school one from the Warriors, this too shall pass. Like, no matter what happens, this too shall pass. Gang, it has been a lot of fun doing this. I love the new updates and stuff we're coming in. You guys are always coming with good things to try, good answers. Like, everything is everything. So I'm going to be heading out to do a podcast summit next week. With Luis. I get to see Luis, and lucky for us, Paul's not coming.
They locked me away. Somebody has to stay back here and keep things.
And keep things Daniel, because Daniel's in charge next week. So you on your own, Paul.
Paul's 22.
Huh?
And just what were you going to say, Luis?
That Paul's a catch-22. Like, anything that falls through the gaps, he's got it. You understand? Like the email catch-all. So
yeah,
that's what he does.
So the other thing I just wanted to mention, starting next week, we're going to have every other week is going to be the demo. And it's going to be a guest person doing the demo. So like next week is Daniel. So every 2 weeks, there's going to be a different person from our community doing the demo. On the other weeks that the demo is not on, Doc will be back and he will be doing a tech talk, and that will be a Zoom session. If you want to be on that Zoom session, you must have your camera on, you must have your mic on, and you must be willing to participate. If you come in with your camera off, you'll be removed. So,
how come it didn't switch to Paul? Oh, okay, now say something, Paul.
I've been excluded.
Oh, there you go. I just wanted to make sure that it was still working. Yo, listen, the Tech Talk thing is brilliant because for people like Will who are trying to dial in all of this stuff, we're able to actually come on the Zoom and we could dial in your things while you're there. You know what I'm saying? So you're going to bring whatever you're struggling with. You want to figure this out. John, you get to come and hang out with us because you're going to be our roadcaster person if you want to get down. But you know what? I just want to again remind everybody. In camp, we had this conversation in camp. Anybody who was in my session during camp will remember this talk. Sometimes you need to go back to what I call the black shirt, white t-shirt. I mean, black pants, white shirt, collar, tie outfit, or what the females call the little black dress outfit. Sometimes you need to just go down to the simple and basic. Sometimes you need to go peanut butter jelly, grilled cheese, and start from there. Because I tell you what, when you're hungry, there is nothing better than peanut butter jelly, grilled cheese for those allergic to peanuts, which is probably none of us because we're all over 40. So, without all of a sudden people got allergic to peanuts. Anyway, yeah, that is the best thing in the world, right? When you are starving, nothing better than a PB&J or a good grilled cheese sandwich with a tomato soup. So sometimes you got to take even a show that you've been working on and you've been trying to get it to do everything. And Tora mentioned this earlier, which is why this is key. Sometimes you need to just take it all down and make one scene where it's just you and another scene that lets you have to share whatever you have to share. Dixon started it. You have to share what you got to share and just leave it simple. Like you, your guest, a screen share. Don't get crazy. Try and go basic for a hot minute and see how your show works. You might stress out less. I don't stress. Stress is dumb. You might stress out less because there's nothing to break. You might not over freak out. You might not do anything crazy. It just might work. And then now you got that going 10, 15 shows smoothly. Add an element if you wish. You might not want to add an element. You might find I prefer my steak with just salt and pepper. When I was a little kid, I needed Worcestershire sauce and A1 sauce and 57 sauce. That's because my mama was buying Bush's steaks. When I got older and I started buying my own steak, dry aged, ribeye, minimum 21 day aged, them joints don't need nothing. You just fry them, slice them, throw them in your pie hole. Delicious. If you put a sauce on one of my ribeyes, I will punch you in the face. If you ask for well done, cracks. But
I'll bring my own ketchup.
No, dude, you sound like
he's gonna make me go back to the barbecue joint. Like, what are you talking about? I'm getting hungry over here.
I only have a few more pieces there than Doc and Luis. I have no room for stressing. Tora's the best, man. She's killing me. So yeah, sometimes you got to get it down to the most basic, because even if I was to come in here and listen, I'll put it to you like this. So I'll take the onus off of you. If I was to go to the office and grab the Komodo and bring it back and set it up on this table and replace the ZV-E10 with a Komodo, I would still be this dumb, this old, this fat, this stupid. Nothing's going to change. It'll just be only a little bit clearer because YouTube's going to smash it anyway. So it's not going to change the world. It really isn't. Like, yeah. I think, honestly, what'd you call that stick we got, Luis? The Osmo Pocket 3? I think the Osmo Pocket 3, when it comes to a webcam, is almost as good as what we have here with our mirrorless. So people are overthinking this stuff.
I want to add to that because I just saw a video, right, where I'm seeing multiple camera angles, right? And it was just, they were showing somebody a video, so they were recording them as they were consuming the content. And when I got the second camera angle from the Sony, they were using that Pocket 4K and they just had it like this in front of it, and I was just blown away with the quality that
think
it's what I
good.
call GE quality. Good enough.
Good enough.
Right? It is definitely good enough that I wasn't even complaining. I was just actually wondering how they were getting those angles, and I was more than blown away when I saw that it was just another guy in front of them on the table like this with the Pocket 4K. Nuts.
Dude, so good. Here, I'm gonna try this. I haven't looked at this since last week. I do have an ND filter on, which might be dumb, but I can screw it off real quick. This is just.
Oh, you're going into webcam?
Yeah, I switched it into webcam just to show people how good this can be. I'm gonna go to here, and I'm gonna change this to the Go 3S. Look at that. Now, the reason why it's grainy is because I have an ND filter on, and so not enough light. But I don't know if this light has battery or not. If I just added some light, it will. That would fix it. But yeah, even something as simple as this Go 3S is crazy. Ooh. George just asked a question. Hold on. Paul and Luis, keep the people busy. I'm going to go do something real fast.
Uh-oh.
Okay. Well, I believe the question it is, speaking of cameras, how do you feel about the new Osbot Tiny 2 Lite?
I think that's what Doc is. Doing.
That's why I was trying to keep the chat like in the loop, so to speak, of what we're seeing and what he's doing.
I don't know. I kind of like Tommy's comment about ramen noodles. That I'm getting hungry. It's lunchtime. But
Why y'all guys got quiet all of a sudden?
no, I can't wait for camp. Camp's going to be fun.
I know camp is going to be awesome.
All right, listen. George brought it up, and I just got this last night, and I didn't open it yet. So, well, George, you know your man's focus camera. Whew.
I was going to ask you if you got one of those.
I didn't even know yet. If this box shows up at my house, I just open it. G.I. Joe is in the water, and G.I. Joe was just a swimming, and then the big brown shark
If you
came.
send those boxes to California, it's much easier for me to recycle the box than it is for you, because you're on a little island.
Listen,
Did you
all
not
gotta
realize
do-
what just happened?
What?
Doc just dove into show tunes for musical threats. Like, if we open up a whole new category, we're doomed.
Here, you know what? Put you down so you stop focusing on that. Boom. What we have here in the box is an Osbot Tiny 2 Lite, an AI-powered webcam. I can't read that part. It says the Osbot Tiny Lite, long USB cable, USB A to C adapter, manual and warranty card. Bingo. Are we playing Did Doc Get Some News? Bingo. Yes, George, you are the winner. Okay, first you open the box. It says scan this thing to get the app. I already got the app. Package of stuff. This is called instructions. I don't know if you guys know this. These are meant to be read. Okay? Many of
I thought
y'all.
it was the bathroom.
Yeah, if not,
like
put
the
it
old
in
Sears
the bottom
robot.
of your parrot cage. All right. So, this is the Tiny Light, and it's lighter. They kind of the same
That's
size.
the same.
Kind of the same size. However, the base is built in. The little thing that you use to stick it to something is built in instead of the piece that comes like this, right? And
This was the old one.
it has a quarter
Is this-
20. I wish my brother George was here.
Is this still magnetic?
I'm checking. John said I read those in the bathroom. I'm only laughing, John, because me too. Nope. No magnets. No. That's probably why it's lighter. Yep. No magnet. All right. Kind of cool. Let's plug her in. Sorry, Insta360. He got mad. He went. All right, so we're gonna put that right there, and then we're gonna wait.
No more in that.
No more in that. Here's the Tiny 2 light, and let's click it. And I know you guys are wondering, oh my God, this has happened to me when I used to work at Apple. I just bought this brand new iPhone and it is so messed up and I can't hear and it really, really upsets me because I spent all this money to get a brand new. And then I'll be like this while they're talking and I'll be like, yeah, so what's the problem? I can't hear anything. I can't believe I paid $1,500 for a phone and it doesn't work. And then I'll be like, oh, really? And then try now. And then they're like, oh. People be trying to listen through the damn plastic, bro. It used to happen all the time when I worked at Apple. This is my ceiling. Here, let me move this out the way. This is the top of my head. Okay, so one thing that's different. Ooh, dang, that's close. That's okay. I don't care about close. Let me open up the app. OBS Center. It's good though. It's clean. It's just hyper bright because of the built-in white balance before you touch anything. So you go to image.
The lighting. Oh,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say the lighting in the background is giving you like this hard contrast edge that almost looks like a comic book. It's kind of cool.
See, all I need to do is bring the ISO down to normal, and there we go.
Yeah, it's gone.
See, I personally, these little guys, I never use auto exposure. It's just me. I prefer to expose. If I do global exposure, it might fix it. Nope. I don't like auto exposure. It just looks. But you could also turn the exposure down here, and all of us, it's already a better looking camera. Yo, this guy is so light. What if I sat it on top of the? Can I sit it on top of the? What do you call this thing? What is this thing called?
Teleprompter?
Yeah, that. Let's see. Where is my gimbal-y control? I just want to do it by my hand. The other Osbot, you just got to hold it for a couple of seconds and then it stays. Okay, it does work. All right, so listen. This is close because I'm close, but I just want to show you that this is all still auto exposure, which I would never, don't use my hands.
I think it's face tracking.
Yeah, I'm gonna just readjust my shot for a second. Okay, cool. I would never use this auto thing. This is not me. It's not something I like. I also don't like auto white balance, so I'm gonna turn that off. I know that my lights are at 52. That's about right. It's a little cool. I automatically, these guys oversaturate because it's designed to make young Chinese webcam girls look cute. They do a lot of beauty shopping there, a lot of online shopping there. This is the market. They are just smart to also sell these things outside, but you have to understand their white balance, their auto exposure, their auto skin tracking features are based off of extremely fair Chinese skin. Same thing, the reason why your Sony cameras don't white balance properly on a black folks wedding, white balance was built for dudes in Japan. So you have to manually white balance. It's not a problem. They know what their market is. They're doing the right thing. So I always desaturate. I normally desaturate down to like 40. And I also take off some of the sharpness because then it's just too sharp. Everything else is good. I can add a little contrast if I want, not too much. You always got to be really, really slight with these numbers. Don't go crazy. That looks crazy. You want to be like right about chill. All right. And then I don't need any flicker. And put the exposure back up. That looks good. And then I'm gonna turn off auto exposure. There you go. I like it like that. I want my shutter speed to be 160 because I am at 30 frames per second. In which case I'm gonna ISO up. ISO to 4 is about right. And then now it looks good. So we went from that weird, crazy.
It looks really good.
No, I'm laughing at John. He's stupid. He's stupid. I'm not listening to you, John. It's 4K, bro. It's 4K. John's stupid. I'm still laughing at his comment because I know what he meant. I'm just trying to tell the people what the facts are. So right now it's coming in at 1080, but that's because I probably have to go here and do something to make it 4K, but it is a 4K camera. All right, there's the video preview. Let me set it to 4K 30. And then now we 4K. Look at that. That picture looks damn near as good as my real camera. Really do. Like, it does. I don't care what nobody say. I need you to stop tracking me, dude. You're getting on my damn nerves. So, under webcam, use max resolution 4K, and then now we're going to get 4K. All right? But looking at this, as is, it is damn near as good as my regular camera. Now, the reason why it's hella pushed in is because on this particular scene, on camera effects, I have it zoom and pan. This is actually what it looks like. But I'm going to zoom and pan it to like that. And then, go to my console. Look. And I want you to turn tracking off. Stop. No tracking. Thank you, God. Look at that. I don't care what nobody say. I've been telling people this. If you was going to start your studio all over, what would you buy? I'm like 3 Osbot tail layers, which is higher than this. But look, this is the Osbot tiny light. It's so brand new. I don't even know what the price is. They just said, hey, I sent you a package. They didn't tell me nothing about this camera. They just, I sent you a package. OBS, dummy. BOTTINY2 light.
I'm double checking the quality on YouTube and it looks great.
Yeah, look, 179. 179. Family, stop being a weirdo. You can buy 2 or 3 of these and be perfectly fine. Now, the coloration is a little different. Also on this camera, I have a black Pro Mist filter, so that also changes, but I can get my color to here with a little bit more futzing around and tweaking and whatever. I can definitely get this camera pretty dang close. There's no place for you to stick a black Pro Mist filter on there, but you might be able to find a black Pro Mist style material and stick it there yourself. If you can't, just ignore the black Pro Mist. Not that big a deal. But I'm just saying, like, looking at this Gucci, it's about that time. This is actually fairly delicious. Fairly delicious.
Okay, I do have a couple questions that maybe some people might, find useful. How do you have this connected or powered up? Is it straight USB or HDMI?
Straight USB cable.
And you're getting 4K out of the USB?
There's only USB.
Exactly. So that's
you can't
amazing.
See the camera no more. Look, it's right there.
No, but that's what I'm saying. It's really amazing because this is taking a lot of other features or pieces of the kit out of the mix. So you don't need an extra capture card, right? So if this is something that you were starting your studio, just like you said, having a couple of these cameras connected directly via USB, giving you this quality of an image, you're good to go.
Tommy, you know as much as I do, homie. I just opened the box. I don't know what the difference is yet. I will tell you at a later date. But my guess is they're trying to make it just lighter on the pocket because the other one is 350 and this one is 180. It is the same heaviness, but I do think one thing that I noticed right away, the magnets are missing. Not that that's a thing. That's the only one I picked up on right away. I have to dig a little bit further to find out. But yes, it's really good. Really good. It looks like the light lightens, so I'll buy lightens $1, so I'll buy them half as good looking. There you go. It's pretty good. From where it has a smaller sensor. All right. It has a 1/2 inch sensor. There you go. Yeah, I don't know. Now you know what I did, John, because I'm stupid. Man, this is crazy. This is really crazy. This is super good for $179. Right? Hey, don't put them in your cart unless you go to my link.
I was gonna say, what? Don't you have an Osbot link?
Yeah. Just use the Amazon docrock.live/shop. If you want to buy anything from Amazon, you go to docrock.live/shop and you can go wherever you want, including if you're in the Netherlands, because I have a multinational Amazon shop. What you know about that? What you know about that? Boom. The light version. Man, this is, yeah. I'm going to have to dive in and find out what these differences are, but it's pretty. I mean, for what it is, it's pretty. And, oh, you know what I'm going to have to do, gang? I'm going to have to plug both of these bad boys up and connect them at the same time. The unfortunate part is I need to pack and take my butt to Atlanta. So I'm going to just take it with me to Atlanta and play with what I can play with there. But yeah, I don't think I can do the full test until I get back. So you're gonna be at least 10 days out. This is actually pretty good though. I'm pretty impressed. And you know what I think a lot of people do is I think they take the camera straight out the box and they turn it on and then they go, oh, this picture's not that good. The picture was good out of the box. It's not my taste. So what you might be having is it's not your taste out of the box. So then open up the app and press some buttons, homie. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like open up the app and press some buttons. No, John, I don't want to carry both. Dang it, that's heavy. Oh, I know one thing, Tommy, that I just remembered now that John told me to take them both. Damn it, is this one doesn't come with the swanky case. Whereas the big one does. Because that case is dope. You just throw it in your suitcase and it won't hurt the camera. This one, they took out the swanky case. They took out the magnet clip. There's no magnet directly in the bottom. This one has little things in the bottom because there's a dock, not me, but there is a dock that you can connect it to and some other stuff. But yeah, I think this is dope. You can bring up a comparison chart on the Osbot site and compare all the tinies. Well, doing your homework, George. I wish my brother George was here. Why am I crazy? OBSBOT. George, it's almost camp time. Yes, sensor size is everything, Tommy. That is the key to success. The reason why a full frame camera looks a lot better than a regular frame camera, and they both look better than your iPhone camera, is it's the sensor size. Think of the sensor size as an owl's eye versus a human eye. An owl's eye is way bigger than a human. So an owl can see in the dark and snatch a rat from 400 feet up. It could be like lunch, snatch it up in the dark and be about his way because it has a big ass sensor. I'm looking for the part where George said the part is. Oh man, this is a big site. Help center. Comparison. I think I should join the Osbot influencer program, you think? be so dumb. I never did. They're just my homies, man. We just get on the chat and start asking all kind of crazy stuff. I've asked them to let me put in numbers for my I had the slider for the thing right here. I asked them to let me type in a number or to use a gray card, and they're like, "Oh, that's a good idea." So hopefully that's coming soon. I do to them what y'all do to us in feature tracking, but I asked for features that would benefit everybody, not just me. I didn't say that out loud. Man, George, why don't I see it? Come on. Ooh. Your voice.
So you're looking for the comparison?
Yeah. Is it a separate page?
Up there in the top bar, it says
God,
comparison.
come on. Jesus Christ. Stupid. Oh, this is funny. The other competitor. I have all three of them right here. Look, I have the other competitor. I have the tiny, and then I have the tiny light. So I can do this comparison right here. Built-in mount without the mount. Oh, it's way lighter.
Doc, you don't have the tiny 4K. You have the tiny 2.
Oh, I see. Fancy pants. Okay, there we go. So, boom, there's the weight difference. So, half-inch CMOS versus 1/1.5. That's the difference. 1/1.2 is different from 1/1.5, just so you know that. Boom, 4K 30, 1080 60, digital zoom, field of view is kind of sort of close to the same. Okay, so you got pixel density autofocus versus all pixel autofocus. So the autofocus on the Tiny 2 would be better. You got HDR. I don't use those things, but whatever. You got dual native ISO. This has a single native ISO. USB 2.0. So you're not going to get as dope a connection as you would with this because it's USB 3.0. So to Luis's point, I can push a higher bit quality through the Tiny 2. Microphones look about the same. Shooting modes look about the same. The AI features are the same. You get more body part tracking, no hand tracking, no zone tracking, no reset, they do have reset position. You got different preset, no desk mode, no whiteboard mode. Yeah, there you go. Oh, Sleep Tiny does work. Ooh, cable with the switch. There you go. So, I mean, they're pretty close. If it was, the sensor size definitely makes a difference. So I like having the bigger sensor, but it's smart. They got to do what they got to do to get more people on this. Listen, John, the only trip you need to be thinking about is camp, damn it. Actually, I'm going to Atlanta, then I'm going to Japan, and then I'm going to camp. I can't wait. Camp is so exciting. Oh, I'm in there. Look, this is just good, dude. This is good. Look, it's good. All right. See what you did, George? You made me stay longer because you wanted me to do this. Now I got to go meet my guys about my flooded kitchen. So I will see you guys in 3 weeks, I think. 2 weeks, 3 weeks, and we'll be doing that Zoom tech show where we get to play around more. So thank you for that. Thank you, George, for making me open up my thing that I literally just got and I forgot about. So, yay.
2 weeks from today.
All right, family. I appreciate y'all. Ooh, you're going to Malaysia. Man, I need some noodles. I love Malaysia. Anyway, you guys enjoy yourself. I will see y'all on the flip side. Thank you, Paul and Luis. This has been good. Thank you, John and John. Now we're going to have more Johns than we have Pauls. Dixon, they're coming for you guys. All right, gang. Aloha.